joining, whether you're watching live or the rebroadcast. It's another day of chanting for peace in the Middle East, and the battle continues, and all the entry points outside of Israel. In Israel, situation is very tight and tense. Somehow, where I reside, actually, some of you asked me yesterday what is my experience directly, and somehow, because my residence located a bit out of the area of action, it's still somewhat peaceful here. However, it's really uncertain. Any moment the alarm might go on and go up, and I'll have to run to the it's like some sort of like a bunker or something like that, which is in the building, it's really uncertain, just like our situation in the material world. Nice to see you, Rabbi, Android, everyone who joined early. And in the meantime, I can chant at least. So we'll take advantage and chant together. I hope you join me and chant for peace. Subarta Chakravarti, I remember you, a long time subscriber. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutane Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirveshisha Shunyavadi Asetya Visetrarine Haribo Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody chant. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Someone's asking me why did I put the location as Palestine, and although I'm in Israel technically, however Palestine is just 20 minutes from here, and in one sense it is Palestine. The land of Israel just 70 years ago used to be called all Palestine, so I consider that one is the same. Yes, it's pretty much near the border. I mean, I'm like Israel is super tiny. It's like 6 hours to travel from the northern part to the southern part. And I'm in the northern part, and it takes about like 40 minutes really to go to the West Bank from here. Hey Karus, Hare Krishna, nice to see you. So I just published a new video just before launching the live stream about an important upcoming event that I'm really happy to launch. It's going to happen this Saturday, and it's the graduation from my coaching school that I'm part of. I was part of that school for the past year, and I'm graduating, and that's going to be my graduation presentation for you. And whoever interested in participating, go and watch the video. It's the latest video after this one. And yeah, just answer the questions. You can send me your answers, and if it's something that interests you, I'll be glad to serve you on in that dynamic. I did already, I think, 1 or 2 workshops before, but this is really, it's going to be like the summary of everything I learned in the past year and the presentation, and I'm really looking forward for participants who are willing to give that a shot and to experiment and participate fully and get value from that, because the program that I put there together, I benefited from the processes I'm going to be sharing in the program a lot myself. I've been doing them for the past time here, and I think anyone who gives us a try gonna get immense value. So I'm looking forward for everyone who sends their answers and wants to participate. Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Everybody Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. One more time together with all our hearts to spread peace and fortune, both spiritual and material. In our heart, in our communities, wherever God, wherever Krishna, wherever Allah put us. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Thank you for joining and connecting to this purpose, of not just connecting to, a particular path, a particular rhythm, mood of religion, or some even people say that God is a particular God. No, God is one. Religion is one. Religion is to love Him, and real peace starts when we understand the relationship between all these different paths, and we respect them and we support them, first of all, right? So this is a very, very important times to keep that in mind, to understand that people suffer from both sides, and there's shadow and light in both sides of both sides of the border, and the real light originates from God. So as people who are conscious of God, our duty is to try to find God in both sides, try to find the light, not to remain in the darkness of sectarianism, darkness of my way is the only way, my God is the best God. This is a very narrow, ill-minded mentality. No, God is Krishna. What does it mean, Krishna? God is all attractive. And God is Allah. Allah means God is great. Allahu Akbar. God is the greatest. So God has many names and many processes to reach Him. And most important that we take to some process. Either someone takes to chanting His names in the Maha Mantra, or someone takes to chanting His names like in the 99 names in the Quran. There are 99 names according to His attributes. Al-Rahman, Al-Rahim, and Karim. So many beautiful names are there. So someone already asked me, why did I put Palestine? Why did I put Palestine in the location? And I thought maybe to ask you, why do you think I put Palestine in the location? In the meantime, I'm going to think about question that today I would ask the Bhagavad Gita. I think my question would be is what do these times are trying to teach us? Yes, it's where peace is most needed. Thank you, Karos. I appreciate your point of view. Yeah. Peace in this crazy land. So many misunderstandings on account of the body. Like if you go to I don't know, so many wars were fought like 200, 300 years ago, and we're looking at them now and we consider them as like not civilized, and what people were murdering each other for. However, now, there also the same thing is going on. There are so many wars, so many civil wars, so many genocides, so much violence is created. And why is it created? Created because of the body. I think my body is superior and your body is inferior, and I have to take whatever belongs to you, or you have to give me that. So the more our culture progresses, we should see within our heart, first of all, how much am I greedy and lusty on account of the body. So yes, we're going to read something from the Bhagavad Gita, and the question I'm going to ask is, what is the purpose of this war? What God is trying to teach us? What Krishna is trying to teach us? time is teaching us to go back to God and think that we are in danger because of war, because we live in unstable material world. Okay. Nice. Someone already suggests a verse. Bhaktaram yagyatapasam sarvalokamaheshvaram shurda sarva bhutanam shanti 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 yagyam shanti merchanti. Yes, the peace formula. The peace formula. Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is the second time we're opening up the 6th chapter. Interesting. From whatever and whatever the mind wanders due to its flickering and unsteady nature, one must certainly withdraw it and bring it back under the control of the self. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Yes, right after Rohan, we're going to chant some more. Thank you for encouraging me. The nature of the mind is flickering and unsteady, but a self-realized yogi has to control the mind. The mind should not control him. One who controls the mind and therefore senses the senses as well is called Goswami or Swami, and one who is controlled by the mind is called Godasa or the servant of the senses. And Goswami knows the standard of the senses of happiness. In transcendental sense happiness, the senses are engaged in the service of Rishikesh, or the supreme owner of the senses, Krishna. Serving Krishna with purified senses is called Krishna consciousness. That is the way of bringing the senses under control. What is more? That is the highest perfection of yoga practice. Yeah, I heard somewhere that the mind has a pretty steady tendency to be negative, and everything that is negative the mind is attached to. Psychologically, actually, that's what happens to us. Whenever we see something negative, our mind immediately drawn to that, speaking about that, messaging others about that. We can see the news, why there's basically no good news, because it's not of an interest to anyone. There's no rating to good news. However, bad news, there's so many bad news. And no wonder we in this situation. If we constantly think about negative things, these things are gonna happen in our life. They're gonna manifest in our life. So controlling the mind, what I feel from this beautiful verse that we read, controlling the mind, having a clear vision of what we really want to create in this world. What do we want to create, starting from our own heart, our own thank you, motivation. What do we want to create in our own heart? Which qualities we want to really water? Which qualities of inner peace, of patience, or which qualities we want to water collectively, communally, in our country, in our nation, and in the whole world, ultimately. And if we're not careful of doing that, the mind gonna find its way to find the negative qualities, the negative traits, anxiety, restlessness, mistrust, fear. So we have to work. There's a lot of work to do on our subconscious to push away these negative thoughts, not sentimentally, not I'm gonna think about something good, no, but tactfully, skillfully. For example, rising early in the morning. You rise early in the morning and that's the best time to reprogram the mind with a prayer, with meditation, or just with a nice cold shower. It stimulates the mind, brings the mind in a positive way. So This is also something we're going to be touching in the workshop I'm planning, how to take responsibility and how to respond to reality with the mind in a positive way, and reprogram the mind to the extent that the mind will do his thing, but do his thing positively. Continue to do that positively. And fortunately, there are many obstacles. There are traumas that we've been experiencing. Negative beliefs of others that we absorbed. So there's a lot of work to be done, and no shortage of help that is offered by great prophets, great sages, great scriptures. So Ruhan, he asked me to chant a little bit more, and I'll gladly do so. I disabled my Instagram page because something new and fresh is coming up. I'm moving my social media to my upcoming website, where I'm planning to have a more intimate and purposeful Sangha association with you, or whoever would like to join there. It's under construction actually. Tomorrow we're supposed to have my friend who helps me building that, we're supposed to have the first lunch, the test lunch. So many cool things are coming up there. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. One more time, together with all the heart and all the soul, strength. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Together, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. One more time. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hari Bol. Thank you so much for participating in this important chant. Although we're not outside and pedestrians are not hearing us, you hearing us, you hearing me, and we're spreading the message of God together by igniting our own personal heart of joy around God, heart of humility, strength and tranquility. Motivation Within, thank you for joining the membership program. Hare Krishna, welcome. Looking forward for our association with you and some more members here today. Karus, Prasad is there too. So what do you prefer? You prefer these sessions indoors, the intimate, or the sessions with the busy traffic, pedestrians, people asking me questions in Hebrew, Arabic, Russian, and many times you don't know what's going on and I have to translate to you after? What do you prefer? Yeah, it's a different flavor, I think. There's things that we can do here in my Bhajan Kutir, in my ashram, that outside will be more difficult for me to be with you with the comment section. I will be very distracted by everything that's going on, but thank you for your wishes, Prasad. Yeah, well, we finished with praising the spiritual master that brought the Hare Krishna chanting to the West. Prabhupada, actually, Srila Prabhupada, who is there on the altar, he almost made it to Jerusalem, actually, on the way to Russia, but something got in the way and he cancelled his visit. And now we are doing our best to continue the chanting here, no matter what. So hopefully my quarantine will be over soon, and then maybe by then the streets will be more safe to go out and chant. do that, chanting outside. Jaya Goranitai, 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 Jaya Goranitai, Jaya Goranitai, 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 Jaya Goranitai, Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya, Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya, Prabhupada. Shishikoritai ki Jai, Shira Prabhupada ki Jai, Samahita Bhaktivinoda ki Jai, peace in the Middle East ki Jai, hopefully soon. Jai, Nitai Gora Premanande, Hari, 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 Bol. Hare Krishna. And I invite you again to check out the new video about the workshop that I'm planning this Saturday, 12:15 p.m. Eastern Time. You can put that in your calendar, and if you fill up it's not a form, but there are a few questions that I'm sort of want you to connect to experience the value in the potential in the workshop that I'm planning, because it is something important that helped me a lot, and can help anyone, and especially in these times. Hey, attention giver, Hare Krishna, nice to see you. I remember you asked a nice question yesterday. And yeah, go check it out, send me your answers, and I'll be glad to serve you on Saturday. Hare Krishna, Hari Bol, Subharta Chakrabarti, Karus, Prasad, our new membership member, Motivation Within, and everyone else who came and participated. Anlaya Bizfair, Vedic Arabic, Dream Team, Hari Hari Bol. See you tomorrow.